Chad Hunt from 70 and 44.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
On first down, it's Hubbard, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ten Lobo. Ready, go.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard. Again, he finds an opening. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base.
I got him. Check 13. Check 13.
They will run for the first time here with White. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Check, check. Lucky. He's crashing.
You're out. Look, squeeze.
Watch the safety creep.
Like, ready.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. You gonna see?
Hey, team 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 93's the
Speed grip.
From the gun on 3rd down. Patterson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. 50. Plant.
Let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play call sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll try the left side. Rolling. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
On the set. 44's the mic.
You must be dreaming.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Blue dot quarters, blue dot quarters. Echo. Set, go.
They're going to look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try the left side. Hubbard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch your slot, watch your slot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Throwing right, and that's complete. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's White. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They go right back to White here on 1st down. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, high 7.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Patterson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Chiefs 10, Jaguars 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hayward, Ken Lobo.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 50.
Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Hey, Haywood!
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. They're not ready for this, man.
They go.
2nd and 6. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Got it.
93's the mic, 93's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Shoot.
On first down, Baxter. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Hard. Ready.
On 2nd down now, it's White.
It's right.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Quit talking about it and play it.
Defense.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Chiefs 10. Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Back, back, back. Score.
First down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. It hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Let him know.
Hey! Go.
Check, 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 check. Check, 93's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson looking deep down. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Check, 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 check.
Leo. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check 26, check 26.
Check 37, check 37.
Look at me. Score.
Now a give, right side. Vincent able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Check, check, check.
Rock it. Go out. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vincent. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Chiefs 13. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in Q3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Run the set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight down, tight down. There you go.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Shift.
Look, squeeze. Hey, Sam off. Ready.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
They'll run on first down. Baxter, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check, crunch. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up. Check three. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Safe.
On 2nd down, it's White. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, exit. Now.
To throw on 3rd down, Patterson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 41 yards. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Switch. Check 31.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Here's White. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Fair. Sit up. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Switch.
Hey, lock it. Come. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vincent. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And it is good, and the lead will swell to 9.
Jaguars 28, Chiefs 19. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Tackles. Play happen.
They go play action here on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Y'all not ready.
Watch the ship. Leo. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Buzz.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll set up to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ten Lobo.
Hey, let's go.
Charlie.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So no question here, down by a score late. They're going to try the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock. Now let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
On first down, White. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.